Hi, welcome again. It's Mark here. Just to give you an insight into Microsoft Access. So we're looking at databases. Microsoft Access can be quite powerful. It's possibly not the most widely used interface for databases, but what you can find is that it can actually be used on top of another database and with other databases. So it can be extremely powerful the way in which it works. Now, when you launch Microsoft Access, and this video tutorial will just be giving you a background to Microsoft Access and the thought of databases. And obviously, databases is where we want to keep data so that we can retrieve it, we can edit it, so that we can view it anytime. We've been using databases for years. If we put it into context of filing cabinets, for example, the old biscuit tin or the drawer that everybody used to have in their kitchen, for example. So you put it in the context of the fact that we've been using databases for years, but we've never really been that organised as what we can do now with computers. So Microsoft Access, when you first launch it, up the top, and you can see that it is afternoon at the moment for me. So we can see that we've got the new, and we've got templates available to us. At the far right hand side, you get more templates available. Templates can be handy as long as you know what you're doing from the start so that you can edit and adjust it the way in which you want it. We can also have new, and we can also open previously, and the history is here. Obviously, I blanked it out just for security purposes. When you first come to working with Microsoft Access, the first thing that we're going to do is to create the database structure. Now, that's not the full structure, it's only the shell. It's a bit like us getting a filing cabinet ready in a room. So we get the room ready, we know we're going to put it in that room. I'm going to use just documents, I'm going to save it into documents. It's the first thing that you do with the Microsoft Access database is to save it. So what we will do is we'll save this database and then we can be working on it. So it's a blank database that I'm going to start with. So let's have a wee look at that, and then I'll explain just a little bit more, because it is a shell. It's a bit like getting a filing cabinet ready. So the blank database, like I said, the first thing is we're going to save it. So the file name, now what we're going to do is we'll call this one college. I'm just going to save it into documents using the browser button that's located just to the right of the file name. We can browse for a location on our PC or laptop or any other device which we've got connected, storage device. So, and we can even put things onto the cloud nowadays. Fantastic. Anyway, back to this. So we're going to create. You might think, well, why would I save something before I've created it? Is because you need to have that memory working straight away. And any changes that you make, you have an autosave there. You've got to think it's a database, so is that you don't want to lose any of that data. The first thing that it does is nowadays it creates a table for you. Now, in previous versions, it didn't do so. What we are doing is we've created a file, which is your database. It's called college. It's in documents for me, and it's a .accdb file. So it's Access database file. It's Access 2007 to 2016 file format, and you'll see that it's backward compatible. We have the menus at the top, the file, home, create, external data. We've also got the save button right up the top and the usual shortcuts. As you click, it changes to the different menus, external database tools, and even the help facility. So I was in fields there. What you'll see is we've got the view here. Now the view that we've got at the moment is to input data. This is a data sheet. So we have a data sheet here. Now, just to run through the objects first of all, the objects that we will be looking at. Now, you can navigate to different categories, but we can also navigate using the objects themselves. So the object type we can navigate through, but we've got groupings, so tables. Tables is where you will actually put your data. So it's anything which you'll put in view or edit. It's a bit like having a filing cabinet drawer installed and putting a label on it. Queries, next one down. Queries is what you can run to obtain that data that you're looking for. Information that's relevant to what you want. So queries, you can dictate exactly what you want when you want it. Queries can be saved, just the same as tables, and queries can be run at any time. So if a table is adjusted, you then maybe want to run another query, adjust a query, or run a query that's already been done previously to see the most up-to-date information for it. So for example, if we want to run a query based upon certain fields that we want to take from the database, from a table or tables, because databases can have more than one table. Now we'll be looking at a flat file database to start with, but we can have more than one table, and most databases will have more than one table because the data would be split down. But that's a totally different story. So queries, forms. Forms is how you view the data. And a form can be used for tables or queries. It's how you would view what you want to see within that database. It's also used for editing as well as viewing and inputting. Quite often your users will find it easier to use a form for inputting rather than a data sheet. So you've got to think about the user as well when you're developing a database. It's not just for the person that wants to use it there, but databases can be used by many people, especially in a work environment. Reports. Reports are nice documents that you can run with the data where you want it and what data you want from your database. The reports can be based upon queries as well as tables. So you can bring both in if you want to, and multiple tables, the same as queries. Queries can be based upon more than one table. So the reports is how you would present that data. So tables is where you would create it and put the data. Queries is based upon your table or tables, gathering information or appending information. Forms makes it easier to view and to edit and to input. And it's exactly what the name suggests. Reports is, as the name suggests, a report that you can run at any time. You can save each of these, including reports, and you can run the report anytime you want, and it's in real time. I'm going to leave it there just now. There's more videos followed up from this one. Hope this has helped in some way to understand the beginnings of Microsoft Access and to know about the objects. Thanks for watching. Bye just now.